Hello guys and welcome back to a new video on the channel. Today I'm going to let you into the new project. So these are my two Escort Mk1s. This one is a 4-door and this one is a 2-door. The project is that we are going to turn this 2-door Mk1 Escort into this. But first we need all of the parts of this one. So we are going to harvest all of the parts of this car that we are going to use on the dark blue one. And firstly we are going to start with cleaning this one out and also this one, so we can start with two clean cars.
So as you can see, the 2-door Mk1 is basically a shell with some parts in it, but it's pretty filthy, so we are going to clean it out. And on the first look it looks like both of the floor pans are in really good condition. Also the back and the boot look to be in really good condition. So I think if we repair this wheel well, where the spare wheel sits, and this where the fuel tank is, looks pretty good. So first let's start by cleaning some of the junk out.
As you would have seen in the last clips, we stripped down almost all of the interior underneath the dashboard. So the heater core is out, also the two kick panels are out and the desktop is out. And now I'm going to move to the front and we are going to remove some body panels. I've moved the car into the working area where we're going to do all of the fabrication work. Now I want to remove both of the side fenders. I will do that in a moment and I'm going to show you how to do it also. The next thing I'm going to do is remove this front panel, but I don't think I will have enough time for that, but we will see where we are going to get. I would also like to remove the bubble, the heat core bubble and the scuttle panel of the car. So let's get started and see where we get.
So as most of you guys know, the body panels on these cars are held on by spot welds. So these are all separate panels and all the panels are held together using spot welds. What I'm going to do is remove the old paint and some seam sealer that is on there, and then we will see, just like here and here and here, these are the spot welds. We are going to drill these out, and then after that we are going to use a chisel or a flat screwdriver to go in between the plates and separate them. So then if everything goes well, we can remove both of the side fenders of the car. Let's go.
So I am using this wire brush on a drill, and then we are just going to remove all of this old paint and this seam sealer that is in between them, so we can see all of the welding spots.
So as you can see, on this wing we have removed all of the old paint and the seams here, and now we can clearly see all of the spot welds. This is a pretty messy job, but when we get this off, it will be all worth it. So let me get the drill bit and drill these bits out. So normally you would have a drill bit with special for welding, drilling out spot welds. Those are drill bits with a pretty flat head on top of it. This is a normal one because I've used the spot weld drill bits, but they go bad pretty fast, so you constantly have to buy new ones. So I just use a big, now I think this is 11.5 mil drill bit. This will also work pretty good, and then once these are drilled out, we can put a chisel or a flat head screwdriver in between the two panels and just tap them apart with the hammer. So let's get started. So now I've drilled out all of the spot welds, or at least the first layer of it. It is not, you don't need to drill all the way through it, just through the top layer, and you will clearly see this when this will zoom in, that there are two panels. So you will see the top panel, then you see a bit of rust, and then you will see the metal in the center that is from the panel under this one. So when you start to see a bit of rust, then you will need to stop, because else you will go all the way through the panel. When there isn't much rust under there, so like here, you can also see when you are drilling a bit of a crack starting to form. This is also, then maybe you've seen it in a time lapse, I start to wiggle a bit with my drill bit to the left and the right to get away a bit more of the material on the sides, so that it's easier when we start to chisel away. Then the metal around the spot weld is also not connected anymore, so it will be easier to chisel away all of those spot welds. So now I'm going to start to chisel away and see where I need to drill a bit more away, or if they separate pretty easily. So let's get started. So now you see I started with the flathead screwdriver because the chisel itself is a bit thicker. So sometimes to get it started, the screwdriver is the best choice. I just use an old screwdriver that you're not going to use anymore because the head will get pretty messed up. And then you just tap it like this, and then you will see the first spot weld here to get separated, and then you just go on till you reach the end. It's just as easy as that. So I won't show you the whole process of going through because this takes a bit of time. But as you can see, the first and the separate layer are splitting nicely. When you come to the beginning, mostly it will be a bit harder, so I use the chisel to go through the tough bit, or I just drill out a bit more, and then I go through this bit with the screwdriver to just smoothly separate them. But for me, this will be a bit of work. For you guys, this will be 2 seconds. So just like that, the whole of the side is loose, and as you can see, On the top, nothing is connected anymore. So now I'm going to go to the side, and because we are not going to use the front of the car anymore, we are going to put a new panel on it because this one is all rusted on the bottom. I'm just going to cut it with the angle grinder along the side. So as I've said, I'm going to cut along here, along this line, and then because the front panel and the fender are connected along the line, or along a line here, so they are, this is a folded lip on either side, and then on the inside they are also spot welded along here, along this lip on the inside. So if you want to remove the fender without cutting the front panel, then you will need to go through the inside and drill out all of those spot welds. But that is a lot of work, and it's just easier if you want to replace the front panel and the fender to just cut it along here, and in 1 minute this is off. And then on the top you just need to make sure that you aren't cutting too much to here, because the wheel well comes, I think, till here. So we are going to cut it just like this, a bit, but I will show you in a moment. So let's get started. So I fully grinded through the front and the fender, and as you can see over here what I mean, here you can see the folded lip on the inside, and this you will also have on the front panel. So then they are sandwiched together and they are welded from the inside, and in the factory they also put a bit of brass on the seam to smooth it out. But yeah, no, it is fully cut through, and now I'm going to cut like this, a bit to the side, not straight down, but a bit to the side, and I make sure that I won't come too close to this side, but normally then everything should be loose here, and we can go to the side of the door to then also grind everything off there and lose everything, so we can put this fender off the car. On the front everything is loose, and now we should be able to just like this. You see everything is loose on this front side, so now we are going to go to the back over here. I think we need to take the door off, and if the door is off, then we should be able to see where the rest of the fender is connected on that side. Let's go. So this is the door of my Mk1 Escort. As you can see, it has been stripped down already by the previous owner, and also this jack strap is out. So what we need to do is put the pins out, or tap the pins that are here in the hinges, tap them out. You can see here the pin, so this will need to go all the way out, and the same on this side. It's a bit filthy still in here, but also on the bottom, if it will focus on the bottom here, you also have a pin. So we tap these out, and then the door should come off. This is not that easy, especially if the car is old and the pins are rusty. So yeah, just put a bit of WD-40 in there, and then we try to push them out. So now that the door is off, you can see that the fender is also spot welded here. Here are some small stitch welds, and on the bottom here you also have a few small spot welds. So now I'm going to do the same. as I did on the top. And I'm going to drill them out and then whack them out with the screwdriver and the chisel. And then this fender should be off. So I drilled out all of the spot welds along this side. Now I'm going to chisel them away and then the whole of the fender should come loose.
So I think I got all of the spot welds and the stitch welds all drilled out and cleaned out. So now normally this should come off. Sometimes you have to wiggle it a bit, but for the most part it should come off just like this. And that is one fender removed.
So on these old cars you mostly have this undercoating. It's pretty tough to get off, but yeah, I did it with my Mk1 Escort also. Cleaned everything off with the wire wheel and then put some new stone guard on it, but I don't see that much rust. Also the A-pillars look to be in pretty good condition. I just think it's a bit of surface rust. So I think with just a new fender, we will be good. This car will get the bubble arched fenders, so yeah, that's something to put on in the future. But yeah, that's how it looked like.
So I didn't get as far as I wanted to come on this car, but we got the fender off and the door. I just want to put a small new video out for you guys, so you also have an update on everything. The Mk2 Escort is ready to go into the paint booth, so that will be, I think, in the next 2 or 3 weeks. Until then, I will continue to work on this car. But as soon as the Mk2 Escort is back from the painter, we will start putting that one back together. So yeah, today we did a lot of good work. In the next episode I'm going to do the other side fender and the heater bubble with the scuttle panel. And then maybe we also have some new panels already that I can show you that we are going to put onto it. But for this one, I think for this video, this is going to be it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel, and you can also comment if you yeah, can give me some advice on something. If you have some questions, please let me know. And then I will see you next time. Bye bye.